So what we have here are two different wax, or different types of wax. And I don't know why, and I know most sane people don't ever do this, but um, I don't know. I thought it was just like super satisfying, kind of just mushing them into each other. What we have here is a silicone mat. Most people usually just call them like a wax mat. And it's very useful for it's really just more of a improvement of life, type of thing. Lots of things it can be used for, and it's non-stick, so I've had this wax out on here for a good second, whenever I take a dab. And yeah. You can really see the structure of it if we can kind of get it to focus in a little bit more. The structure of the crystals is like super appealing to the eye. And this wax is I can give the names of it actually. Let me check. So one of them I believe is called Alien Orange. Yep, there it is. It was actually the more cloudy of the two waxes, as compared to the other one. Well, the reason why the one of them was a little bit more cloudy than the other one was because one of them wasn't as pure. Yeah, I know it's a waste, but it still gets you high. Honestly, it's not like it's the end of the world. I have plenty of wax, and again, this is not to get me high. I'm not high right now. I just like playing with it, kind of just smearing it around, making it all cohesive. It's almost like you're playing with the type of dough, whenever you're baking. It's kind of like to just smack it around and just like mush everything together. And I've been agitating this for quite some time now. It's here on video, just a couple minutes, and it does not look really all that uniform. Let's see if we can get this to focus. No, it just doesn't want to focus, I guess. There we go. Definitely looks good, but you can still kind of see like the differences in the wax. I just wanted to get really uniform. And see like a little piece right there that's slightly different from all of the edgier, or the wax that's on the edge, the silhouette. Especially like right here, it still looks like a glob. And I've been smushing everything together. Let's see. Oh man, I don't know what it is, but I think it's agitating this wax. It's really starting to give off a smell. Not a bad smell. Every pothead loves this smell. And it's the smell of like some really dank weed, which is very confusing because usually wax, yes, it will have a smell, but it's a lot more faint than what I'm actually smelling right now. Kind of just makes me want to get really high and just dab the fuck out off of this. Okay, so one thing I am noticing is as I continue to just mix this, it's it's getting really firm. And I think it might have something to do with just like the air kind of getting inside of it, making bubbles, and essentially forming a type of structure inside of the wax. Because there wasn't very much wax, remember? And now you can kind of just like see like it has sort of gained a type of volume to it. You can even see like here, if I make like another big blob of this, you can kind of see there's holes in it. There's holes in this glob that I made. And of course, you're not gonna get completely smooth out wax, unless you heat this up and allow all the air inside to kind of rise and go away. One thing I am noticing though is as I continue to mix this, there seems to be like these white crystals appearing. I don't know where from, where this came from. You can kind of see it right there. I can't tell if it's the terpenes, I believe is what they call them. I don't know how in the fuck these just began to appear. Oh man, that's really interesting. Kind of see like they're little bits of wax that are more opaque than others. Some of them are like almost like glass. You can like see right through it onto the edge of the knife. There's like a really good example right there. If you can kind of just see it, it's like a crystal, right? From one angle, you can kind of just like see through it almost. And it's like, there's these little bits all around this. Let's just collect all of this up. And here. So, I have plenty of different tools. These are my ceramic pincers. I actually use these for my vape coil builds. I used to build my own vape coils, and then I realized I'm kind of a douchebag and decided to just stop vaping. But yeah, it's almost like I kind of want to just like smear it and just see what kind of texture. Oh man, that's really, really unique looking. We need this camera to focus in a little bit better. Oh yeah, if I bring it to the, not so forward, into the foreground, definitely it looks dank. And I think it might just be the more pure wax that I put into this kind of showing through, because when you kind of mix it all up, it just looks like one giant conglomerate of orangeness. But when you get through, you just smear this shit. There are definitely different types of crystalline structures within the wax. Oh yeah, see, look at that. I have no idea as to where the fuck these little white crystals came from. I'm not scraping up like the coloring of this mat. I mean, it is silicone. Yeah, this is a very sharp. It's not very sharp actually. And there's no cuts on the mat. So I don't know, like, if it's not plastic, it's not the silicone. The silicone's still very smooth. I don't feel any scratches anywhere. So let's just go and pick this bad boy up. I think what's happening All right, so like you can't see any of those white crystals anymore, right? But I think what happens is as I kind of stretch it out, right? We can kind of get it to like just smear. When it smears, oh, see, like right there. I think what's happening is as I like smush it down, right? It's causing like those air pockets to flatten out, and the edges of that little air pocket are a lot more clearer than the rest of the wax. And so that's why it kind of looks white, like some white powder. And then, once you mix it back through, it kind of just joins the glob. Let's try one more smear. It just looks really fantastic. Oh, that wasn't as good. Let's go again. Pick everything up. Make the best we can do. So I definitely think it's actually thinning it out. So there's like right here. It's actually hard, okay? Just trying to just like kind of prick at it at the tip of this, but it didn't smush down like the rest of this. And that is some sort of crystal. I think that's a terpene crystal. Let's see if we can just like kind of... Yeah. Oh, I was very wrong about anything I said. There's crystals in this that I haven't been smushing up lately. And that's where that white powder comes from, is because when I smear it, it actually breaks those up. Yeah, I can feel it now that I kind of know what's going on a little bit better. I was a little worried because I did for a moment think that it was the silicone, but after filling it, I noticed it's still a very smooth surface. Alright, guys. That's all I have for today. Oh, see, we just broke another little terpene crystal. Let's just incorporate that back through. Eventually, I think what I want to do is I just kind of want to make like a glob. And, this got a really uniform texture now. After kind of just, smearing everything down, smushing it together. But it still looks really, really sexy. Man, look at that. As we go on to 14 minutes here, I realize this is just very, very satisfying to watch. And interesting. A lot of people smoke wax. Not a lot of people do this to their wax either. Most people, they like to keep their waxes as separate as possible. Me, I don't really mind it. It's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, I'm still getting fucking baked. There goes my speaker. Anyways, that's all, folks.